Good, fellas, for the KUAM News Extra, the Guamazing Race reunion show. We have a lot of our teams here. And continuing with the interviews, let's talk to the Plastic Avengers, Tammy and Romina. Now, one of the more charismatic teams in the group.
Thank you.
Full of energy and a team with a cause. Why don't you explain a little bit about what you were doing the race for?
Well, if we did win the race, we were going to donate all the money to a local non-governmental organization for the purchase of canvas bags and distribute them freely in front of all the supermarkets, trying to promote the reduction of plastic bags.
Okay, good cause.
Yes, but we didn't win.
But we're all winners here. So basically, what was your whole feeling about the race? How did you enjoy it?
Well, I ended up in the hospital. It was tough. I mean, that was really intense. All that pavement, all that running and walking. I was, not a happy girl at the end of the day.
So. Well, hopefully our insurance will cover that. And so your teammate there, what did you gain from the whole experience?
Well, there's definitely three things that I'll always remember. I'll never look at Risketti ever again. I'll never look at it the same. And after those ladies showed us how to roll it out gently, I'll always remember that. And I'll always remember taking Rover to the hospital afterwards. That was pretty exciting. So coming down Nimitz Hill, she was limping pretty hard, and it was a good time, though. And then I think what I'll always remember, too, is coconut grading. Whoever came up with that did a good job, because that was intense. And poor Ken in India were there, and her hands were all bleeding. I was like, oh, goodness gracious.
Wow.
So, but I think, it was good, and I hope that people realize why we decided to donate it if we won. So, sorry that you don't get your free canvas bags. Maybe next year.
Well, maybe next year. And moving on to one of our other teams, Dr. Kenny Bourgeois from Them Christian Boys. Your teammate AJ off island right now, but you're here with us. Why don't you tell us a little bit about your Guamazing race experience?
Well, first, I just would like to say I thought it was really an exceptional race that you guys put together, including all the editing and everything that you did. It just wasn't the race that I was expecting, but I was like, when it came to things that y'all did, like at Greyhound, or where you mixed up the jerseys up at the Dedado, things that I saw in episode 3, those were the things of the Amazing Race that got me. And the only thing for me was I wasn't conditioned to do 50 miles of running. So, so for me, it was like fun to be in it, and I really was glad to do it with AJ, and great meeting new people. But I just, for seeing the running part, I would have liked to have competed with the other competitors who got ruled out real early because we weren't runners. But overall, I thought it was a blast doing the whole thing and seeing the way y'all put it together. And I can speak for AJ. I think for him, when we got to that last planting of the trees, I was like, AJ, I'm done. We're done. We're out. We're the last guys. You know, why are we planting trees? And he was like, I'm going to finish this race. So I was like, okay, buddy, I'm doing it for you. I'm not doing it because I want to do it anymore. But other than that, I just watched the show, and I just thought it was really cool watching the spirit of the people, and all through it, people limping, and I was like, oh, good. I wasn't the only one there with a cramp and hurting. But I knew pretty much at that last pit stop that it was going to runners. And so I even told the boys, y'all remember me saying that? I told them, I looked right at them, and I said, you guys got it. You just got to stay with it. And they brought it to the finish. So it was really, for me, it was a positive experience just because I got to do it. And it wasn't maybe the race that I thought we were going into, but, you know, other than that, you still did a great race despite whether it was the way I would have liked it done. So
well, maybe exercise, get a little more conditioning.
Yeah, okay.
Now moving on to Heather. Heather from Team Challenge. Your teammate Matt couldn't be here with us tonight, but let's talk to you for a second. I noticed before we got in here to the studio, everyone's out there talking. It looks like there's a big camaraderie there. Why don't you tell us a little bit about the friends you made and your whole experience?
Well, I think that since we went through that experience together, we just bonded, and it was very hard, physically challenging. And whenever a team, like I'm in sports, I play for a soccer team, and whenever we go through really hard training, we always bond really close, and I think that's the same thing that happened with us. We had such a hard training, and we were pushing it. Everyone gave it their all, even if some people didn't make it to the end, everyone pushed themselves to their limit. And I mean, Roro, she injured herself. Like she pushed herself to the extreme. She got her hip out. So that's crazy. Wow. But everybody just felt that we're in this together, and we're like the first people to do this. So it was really cool experience.
Right. Well, it is the first ever reality show on Guam, and we are coming back after this break with our top 2 teams in the Guamazing race. So keep it right here. News 8 Extra is coming back.